Hey everyone, so today's video is going to be a first impressions on the Morphe 39A, and this is what it looks like. When I first saw it, I was like, okay, I have to have that. That is what it looks like. See how giant it is? It's really, really big, and I already gashed my finger into one of the shadows the second I opened it. But what's cool about it is it did come with a plastic sleeve with all the names on it, so I just taped it in there. I don't really know why they didn't put it on the back, kind of like they did with the new Jaclyn Hill palette, but that's okay. But I am going to compare the size to the Jaclyn Hill palette so you guys can kind of get a idea on how big it is. I feel like most of you have the Jaclyn Hill palette, so that's the reason I am doing it. But that is the size difference. It is huge. But we're going to put that one away for now. But yes, this is the holiday collection for Morphe. And I really got it. It's so big, it's hard to show you. I really got it for these blue shades and these green shades. I just thought they were very, very pretty, and I didn't really have anything like it. I think this palette was $32, which I think is a great deal for all the colors you get. And I watched Jaclyn Hill's Snapchat story, and apparently, like, these ones are supposed to go together, those ones are supposed to go together, the blue ones are supposed to go together, and the green ones are supposed to go together, and these in the middle are like your transition shades. So I thought that was pretty dang cool. So I want to play with some color today. I am going to do a look with the blues a different day because I'm very excited about those. But I think we're going to use like these colors up here. It's so hard to show you guys with this big palette. I already primed my eyelids with my MAC Soft Ochre paint pot. And now we're going to go into these two shades. These two shades kind of remind me of colors in the Jaclyn Hill palette, if I'm being honest. Some of these colors actually do remind me, like some of the blues. Really just one of the blues. But I'm going to go ahead and use those two colors as my transition shade today. And I have swatched a lot of these colors already. I have not put them on my eyes yet. I really like these two colors as transition shades. The reason they remind me of the ones in the Jaclyn Hill palette is because when I use the palette, these are like two shades I always use, if that makes sense. Probably not, but I always use similar colors to those, I guess. I kind of want to do a halo eye, but I feel like I already messed that up, just how I applied my my transition shade. So maybe you know what, we're going to try still. Let me just pick a brush that I think would work. Okay, so I think we're going to be a little daring today and use I think we're going to use this purple. I don't really know what this color is because it's like a pink purple. I'm going to say a magenta. And we're going to see if this has any fallout. Hopefully it does not. So I'm going to start by just packing this color all over my lid. You know, I'm going to actually start packing it with my finger first, because just with how much that came off, I'm like, okay, that's probably going to take forever. So I'm just going to start at the bottom and then work my way up with the color. Now I'm going to go back into the brush and start using the brush again to apply some of the color in more precise areas. And I'm just packing it on the lid first, and then we'll go in and kind of blend it out a little, and then add a lighter color to the middle of the lid. I just want to make sure right now I have the lid covered. Mainly on the inner part and the outer part, I'm just kind of trying a new technique I thought about of covering the whole lid first and then packing a color onto the middle of the lid, because I just feel like it's kind of maybe could be a little easier this way. Now I'm going to flip my brush around, and I'm using an Ecos tool brush, and I'm just going to apply a little product to the brush and start on the outer crease and start blending out that color. Then I'm going to take another brush and apply a little bit more product to it and blend it out a little more. I don't feel like it blended out as much as I wanted it to. With that brush, it was more dense. And then I'm just going to go back into just this color that we used as a transition shade. We used both of those, but I'm just going to go into that one and blend out the top a little. It's kind of starting to look like a sunset eye. And now we're going to move on to the lid shimmery shade. And I'm debating between this one and this one. Ew. Okay, we're gonna go with this one right here. And I'm gonna start with my finger and apply it to the center of the lid, starting at the bottom and kind of moving side to side. That color is very, very pretty. It doesn't really have a big pop because it's kind of similar to the lid shade, but I might put a different color on top of it. I don't know yet. But I think it's a beautiful shade. There isn't really much of a lighter color, so what I'm going to do is take the highlighter I used today, which is the Essence Pure Nude highlighter, and I'm just going to take a little on my finger and apply it extremely to the center of the eye. And this highlighter is not that pigmented, so it's just going to add a little something. Or it's more of a subtle highlight, I should say. I think that is so pretty. Okay, now we're going to start on the lower, well, not the lower, the the lower lash line is what I'm trying to say. So we're going to go back into the magenta shade with a very, very flat brush. And I'm just going to run that on the lower lash line as close to the lash line as I can. And then we're going to take our one transition shade that I'll show you again, this first one, and just tap into the product very lightly, tap it off, and then smudge that out some. And then I'm going to add a nude eyeliner and mascara, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, this is my final look. So what I ended up doing was adding nude eyeliner, and I added some of my Essence Pure Nude highlighter to my inner corner and some of that purple shimmery shade to my lower lash line. And I added this lip pencil from e.l.f. The sticker came off, so I'm not sure which one it is. And then what my first impressions on this palette is, I think it's really great. I don't see any patchiness on my eyes. I think that they blended really well. The color showed up really well. So all in all, I think it's great. So far, I am going to be using this look in other videos, or not this look, this palette in other videos. So I will see you guys later, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I would really love it if you did, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!